Arsenal fans, we're at the crossroads. We spent years talking about Mikel Arteta's process like it's some kind of holy scripture. We talk about the zones, the rotations, the control, but in the last 2 weeks, we've seen something that should honestly scare every tactical purist out there. We saw a version of Arsenal that was so well drilled against Brentford that they forgot how to actually play football, and then we saw a version against Wigan that was so free, so individualistic and so unstoppable that it felt like we finally took the handbrake off. Today I'm not here to talk about shapes or structures, I want to talk about profiles. I want to talk about why Bukayo Saka might actually be a better number 10 than a winger, why Eze is being tamed by the system, and why, if Arteta doesn't stop trying to be a perfectionist, he's going to coach us right out of this title race. Let's start with the nightmare and the G-Tech. Brentford are a physical, direct team. They want to turn the game into a scrap, and what did Arsenal do? We tried to outthink them. We've got Victor Jenkis up top, a guy who is a physical monster, a player who's been pulling defenders, but against Brentford, he looked isolated. Why? Because the service was too safe. We were so worried about keeping our shape that we forgot that football is about winning your individual battles. Look at Eze in that game. He's one of the most natural gifted players in the country. He thrives on feeling the ball, on drifting, on creating chaos, but in that first half he looked like he was playing with a leash on. He was stuck in a role rather than playing the game. When your most creative player is hooked at half time, you have to ask, is it the player or is it the instructions? When you play against a team that wants to cause chaos, you don't beat them with control. You beat them by having individuals who can handle the chaos. Now let's talk about the revelation against Wigan. Due to late injury, Arteta was forced to do something he's rarely done. He put Bukayo Saka in the number 10, and honestly, it was the most exciting 30 minutes of football I've seen from this team in years. When Saka plays on the wing, he's elite, we know that, but he's predictable. He's going to cut inside or he's going to look for the overlap. But when you put him in the middle, he becomes a nightmare. He's got that low center of gravity, that strength to roll a defender and a vision that we don't talk about enough. When Saka is in the number 10, the entire defense collapses inward to stop him. And you know who benefits from that? This is the knock-on effect. By moving Saka inside, you open up the right wing for Noni Madueke. Madueke has been the story of the last month. He's a throwback. He doesn't care about positional play or maintaining the block. He wants to get his fullback 1v1 and embarrass him. Against Wigan, with Saka attacking 2 or 3 players in the middle, Madueke was left in isolated 1v1s all game, and he dominated. He's got 4 goal involvements in his last 4 games because he's being allowed to be an individual. This is the blueprint, guys. If you have elite forwards like Madueke, Eze and Saka, you don't need the 50-page tactical manual. You just need to create the conditions where they can kill their man 1v1. But let's get real, guys. All the talent in the world doesn't matter if you don't have the cojones to show up in the big moments. Declan Rice has it. He's the soul of this team. He doesn't just play the position. He dictates the vibe of the game, but we need more of that from the others. Against Brentford, when we were 0-0 and the fans were getting loud, I didn't see enough players demanding the ball. I saw players looking at the bench for instructions. Compare that to the Wigan game. I saw Eze dropping deep to start moves. I saw Jesus playing with the chip on his shoulder. I saw a team that wanted to win the title through sheer force of will, not through a perfect tactical setup. We are too reliant on Saliba being fit or Odegaard being perfect. When those guys aren't there, the system fails. That's when we need the individuals to step up. If you're an elite player, you don't wait for a tactical adjustment, you go and win the damn game. Look, I'm not saying Arteta is a bad coach, he's built the best defensive unit in Europe, but we are at the point where his desire for control is actually creating fragility. If we want to beat City, If we want to win this title, we have to stop playing like a well-oiled machine and start playing like a team full of superstars. Give me Saka in the middle, give me Eze with the freedom to roam, give me Madueke 1v1 against every fullback in the league. No more edging games 1-0, it's time to release the Sakas and let these players be the heroes they were born to be. What do you think? Are you team control or team chaos? Does Saka stay in the number 10 or was Wigan just a one-off? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.